Hey guys, it's Bria from MFA. I'm here today to do a quick core blast workout with you. It is entirely low impact and we are going to be working from the floor, no coming down and then getting up, down and up. Everything will be on the floor today. I'm not going to include a warm-up in this, so I encourage you before doing the workout to go ahead and take a quick walk around your block or a little jog up and down your street to get your body warm and ready for the workout ahead. And then I'm also not going to be including any music, so if you'd like music to work out to, feel free to pick your own. So we're going to be working in blocks of 45 seconds or 15 reps. We're going to start with a 45-second bicycle. So grab your mat, come on down to the floor, and let's get started. So starting by laying down on your back, we're starting with the bicycle twist. I'm going to demo it before we begin. Fingertips come to temples, your core is braced and your lower back is down on the floor. And then bring your knees over your hips, and you have two options here. You can twist shoulder to opposite knee and kick the foot out, or if you'd like a little bit less today, you can tap the toes down while twisting to the opposite knee. So you're leading with the shoulder and not the elbow. Let's get going. 45 seconds on the clock, and go. So if you can, try to relax your neck. Keep the work through your core by lifting shoulder to opposite knee, and we're not leading with the arms, but you are keeping your elbows wide. If you're taking the options today, tap the toes down while you twist through your core. Keep going. You have 10 more seconds to go. And that's it. Come on up. Nice job. All right, we're going to come into a hover. We all know how to hover. This one is going to be from your forearms. So coming into plank position, your forearms are going to be down onto the floor. You can be on your knees or you can be on your toes, whichever one works better for you, but you want to lift your belly button towards your spine, bracing the core really strong. And then eye gaze comes in front of the knuckles, so that you keep the tension out of your neck. We're going to hold this for 45 seconds as well. Go ahead and set up your hover, knees or toes, and begin. So in your hover, we're aiming to keep a flat back with hips low. You don't want to come up into a mountaintop here. Hips stay low with a really strong core. And if you need to, knees can come down for a little bit more support, but eye gaze stays forward of the knuckles. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. Keep going, we're almost there. And relax, 45 seconds done. Our next exercise is double leg lift. So laying down onto your back, make sure your lower back is pressing down to the floor. So pull your belly button in, hands are to the side with palms facing down, or for more support, bring your hands to your lower back in the shape of a diamond. And then option number one, keeping legs straight, you're gonna lift them straight up and straight down without letting your heels touch the floor. If you'd like a little less here, you have the option to bend the knees and bring them down, but you don't want your feet to go all the way down to the floor. Keep the tension and use your abs to control the legs. 15 reps here. So palms to the floor or underneath your lower back. Bring the feet up and let's go. Now you want this to be slow and controlled. Shoulders are going to stay onto the ground. And remember, if you'd like an option, you can slightly bend the knees, but don't let the feet come down. And keep using your lower abs to pull the legs up and down. Once you hit 15, you're good to stop. Go ahead, sit up, take a breath, twist the lower back if you need to. Can you see my cat climbing the door? All right, next exercise is a Russian twist. This one we're going for 20. So you're gonna be in a seated position. We're gonna start with the feet on the ground. So heels are touching the ground. Sit up really tall, roll your shoulders back and down. And today we're just gonna use body weight. So we don't have a weight, but if you'd like, you can have a dumbbell in the hands. If you're just using body weight today, go ahead and make a ball with your fists, and then you're gonna twist from side to side. So using your obliques, and here we wanna keep the back really flat. So don't start to hunch or round the back. We're gonna go for 20 reps. So 1 on each side counts as 1 rep. Ready? Let's go. Now, if you'd like a little bit more here, option is to take your feet off the ground as long as you can continue to keep your back flat. Slow and controlled. Taking an exhale as you bring the elbows to the side and inhale back to the center. Going for 20, remember 1 on each side counts as 1 rep. If this is hurting your back, then I want you to come down to the mat with your forearms down and elbows behind you and just take some toe taps. Once you've hit 20 Russian twists, you are done. Go ahead and sit down and then just take a twist through the spine. One hand to the outside of the knee, sit up really tall, and then to the other direction. Now we're coming to mountain climbers. We're gonna go back to the timer, 45 seconds on our mountain climbers. If mountain climbers on the floor are an issue for your wrists, you always have the option to stand up and take high knees. Either option you choose, I want you to brace your core really strong because this is all for a core workout today. So if you're coming down to the floor for a mountain climber with me, you're gonna be in push-up position. Wrists are under shoulders. Take your eye gaze down to the floor, and then you can walk the feet in or run it out. Either option you choose, keep the hips low. We've got 45 seconds on the clock, starting now. Ten more seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, your heart rate should be up a little bit, so go ahead, take a 30-second break and a moment to breathe. If you'd like, grab a drink. You can stretch it out if you'd like. And then we're gonna come to the second part of the exercise. I'm gonna wait for the wind to die down just a little bit. All right, second part of the exercise. We are gonna do Superman planks. So you've got 2 options here. Option number 1, come to a plank position. Your feet are gonna be a little bit wider, so maybe on the edges of your mat. Make sure wrists stay under shoulders, and then we're gonna lift opposite arm to opposite leg. Slow, and bring it back down. And then go to the other side, and bring it back down. If you need an option here, knees can come down, and we can go to pointer. So same thing, wrists are under shoulders, and it's also opposite arm, opposite leg, straight out, squeeze the glutes, and slow and control, bring it back down. Breathe in to lift, breathe out to return. Still, you're lifting your belly button towards the spine, supporting your lower back. We're gonna go for 15 reps. Either option you choose, knees or toes. Let's begin. That's one. That's two. Now, if you're on your knees here, make sure you're squeezing through the glutes as you lift your leg. And see how far you can reach your arm and leg. And if you're on the toe option, it's really important to brace your core so that your hips are strong and stable. If you had headlights on your hips, they're shining straight down to the mat. Aiming to go for 15 here. If you need to, you can pause the video. I'm going to move on to the next exercise. Once you finish Superman plank, we're going to go down to a forearm plank. So just back to a hover, 45 seconds on the clock again. Same thing as last time. Knees or toes, but hips stay low. 45 seconds, get into hover position. Eye gaze over the knuckles, elbows are under shoulders, and we're going. So I tried to record a video the other day and it didn't work at all. I'm hoping that this video works. Otherwise, I just get an extra workout for today. You've got 15 seconds left in your hover. Bring your mind to your happy place. Push your forearms down into the floor. 5 more seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Nice job. If you'd like to, bring your knees really wide. Come back to a wide-kneed child's pose. And then we're gonna work on the side body. So coming to a forearm plank on the side. I don't care which side you go onto, but you're gonna switch sides next time. So we've got 2 options for your forearm plank. Your elbow is gonna be under your shoulder. Option 1, knee can be bent and lift the arm up. You wanna stack the shoulders over each other and hips stay lifted. Option 2 is gonna be to stack the feet and lift the hips. So we're gonna stay here for 45 seconds. And go. So hips and shoulders are stacked over each other. Hips are parallel to the wall in front of you or whatever's in front of you. I don't have a wall in front of me. And then you want to spread through your shoulder blades. So reach the top fingers really, really tall and press your bottom elbow down into the mat. Now squeeze the side of your body to keep the hips lifted. And if you're on one foot today, you still want the hips to be lifted. If you have a shoulder injury, you have the option to take your hips down to the floor, but still lift through the chest and reach. And time on this side. Nice job. Roll that shoulder that you had down on the floor. So I was facing the left that time. The next time I'll be facing the right. But in between, we're gonna go for 15 reps of windshield wipers. Come on down to the mat, lay your back down, brace the core, push your lower back down into the floor. Hands are gonna come to the sides. If you need extra support, just like in the leg lifts, you can take your hands under your lower back. Feet come straight up over hips, and you're gonna take them down together to the front, and then roll through the center and go down together to the back. And that's 1 rep. We're going for 15 here. If you need an option, feel free to bend the knees. So choose your positioning, brace that core. Let's go for 15. Now this exercise we don't want to rush through. Slow and steady wins the race here. And if you have your legs extended, aim to keep the feet together. Now your option is to bend the knees, and knees will stay over hips. And you're only bringing the knees down to the side as far as is comfortable for yourself, but take your time. Lock your shoulders down to the floor and feel this through the sides of your body. Hey, Perkins. Once you hit 15, you're good. Come on up. Take a spinal twist if you'd like, to one side, and then to the other side. So heading to that side plank on the forearms on the opposite side. Whatever side you didn't do last time is where you're gonna go. So for me, it's the right. Same thing on this one. You can have your knee bent, or you can have both legs straight. If your bottom leg is bent, just make sure you pick the hips up. If you have a shoulder injury, hips can stay down, but you want to lift the rib cage. Going for 45 seconds here. I am starting my timer now. I'm really thankful it's a nice day out today because I have much better lighting on my porch than inside my house. I've been working out in my basement this whole time, and it's pretty dreary, but I have a lot of space down there. 10 more seconds to go. Reach a little taller for their last 5 seconds. And relax. Nice job. We've got 2 exercises to go. We're gonna come back to the bicycle, 45 seconds again, just like the first time. You can take the option of extending the legs out, or you can tap the toes, but you're leading with the shoulder. So chest stays up, lead with the shoulder, not the arm, and try to relax your neck. "45 seconds. Let's go. So you're gonna tuck your chin in towards your chest. And if you need to, slow down your bicycle so that you can really feel through the side obliques. And then you're reaching shoulder to opposite knee just as much as you'd be reaching knee to opposite shoulder. Taking the option if you need. You can also switch between the two. I just noticed I have a bird's nest right there. And that's time. One more to go and then we're done. Last exercise, mountain climber. So let's get that heart rate up one more time. 45 seconds on the clock, and then we'll cool it down and stretch it out. So coming into push-up position, bring your shoulders over your wrists, toes down to the floor, and you can run or walk the mountain climbers. Again, if you need to, come to a standing position and just take high knees. So like a high knee march, running or walking. And if you bring your hands up above your head, it's gonna get the heart rate up just a little bit more. Ready? 45 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Very nice. Take your arms really wide. Give me thumbs up for core work. Thumbs down. Lace your hands behind your back and then slide your fists up your spine as much as you can, stretching out your chest and your shoulders. One arm over. Give yourself a hug. Very nice job. It's not always easy to work out at home. I know just as much as everybody else. But it's really important, and you'll always feel better after you're done. Let's take one leg out, other leg comes over, sit up really tall, tuck the knee in towards your body and twist in towards your inner thigh, pressing your back palm down into the floor. And core work is so important, not just because people want to have a flat stomach, but because it helps your body stand upright. We need our core to do everything pretty much. It also helps with lower back pain. Let's come into a runner's lunge. So come to all fours. And then take one leg in between the other. Bring shoulders over hips and then press your weight down into your hips, stretching out the bottom leg, thigh, hip, and other side. All right, feel free to take any additional stretches you might need. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can always find me on Facebook. I'm Bria Berry. Until next time,